guys. Wow, it feels great to be back. Man, it's been since July since I've done a vlog about updates and school and work, and I have some amazing things to share with you. I just want to have a disclaimer out there that I'm not going to give out any confidential information. This is just my personal opinion, and that, I want to share my insight and spread that anxiety that new teachers have, that pre-service teachers have, and maybe make them feel a little bit more comfortable or at ease about the unknown. I'm going to back up a little bit, and based on my previous vlogs over the summer, many of you guys know that I was offered a position at a middle school here in Knoxville, and I completely devoted the first semester to work, just getting to know the job, getting to know the routine of things, the protocol, procedures, and I did not want to have my time devoted to other things, because I felt that in order to be successful was also to give some time for myself and to take care of myself. And I didn't want to get the pressure or have the pressure of I'm needing to vlog and needing to update people on things, because as most of you all have or will have in the future, be hands-on and wanting to be, great at what you do and just taking it all in. So yeah, welcome to my vlog, and if you're watching this and you're interested in knowing a little bit about myself, I am a recent graduate at Western Governors University. It's an online college. Great experience. I've had nothing but great things as far as the teacher college. Great support system, and it's at your own pace. So if you feel like you have a grasp on things, you're not in class for 4 hours and listening to somebody complain about, well, what if, you're doing your own thing. And despite what other people say, I felt that having an online support system, I was able to get things done quicker and have that virtual support that you don't really get at a regular college. They know you, they're personal with you, they support you, they advocate for you, and their job is to make you successful if you do the work. So I graduated in June. I started my job, the New Teacher Academy here in my city at the end of July. Met a lot of great mentors. I was assigned a mentor at my school, and I also have a mentor, special education coach for my county, my district, and she's been wonderful. They've all been wonderful. I was very nervous about the responsibility that special education endures on top of teaching curriculum and standards, and not, focusing on other things. And I was really nervous about that. But I will say, if you have a good support system, you're going to be successful. You rely on others, and you can be the best and strive to be the best and strive to be successful, strive to be a team player. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a good support system, you're going to feel defeated. I'm very lucky and fortunate that I have all those things, as far as my administration, the district's mentors, support, things that I can access online, questions about things. I can reach out to the right people. If they don't know it, then they will guide me to whoever I need to get to. Um, but most importantly, I have great coworkers who are understanding, who get it. As far as co-teaching, it's very new to some of us as well, and we're trying to learn it. We're trying to learn what works and what doesn't, and next year won't be the same, but I feel that for the most part, we support each other in the ways that we can, and if we need a day, or if we're sick, or if we're, needing to vent, we have each other's backs. I will say my weakest area is the content, and I have them to lean on for that, and I'm super grateful. And I do share with them anything that I use for my resource pull-out classes, if they need some supports in other classes that I'm not co-teaching with. It doesn't hurt my feelings if they don't use it. I just want to be a team player as well, and I feel like sometimes that contribution is just identifying and showing them that, I may not be ELA, but I'm here to learn, and if they need anything, they know that I'm here. Again, I will say that I have a great support system, and you may have times where you don't have that, and you just have to go with the flow and make sure that you take care of yourself. My students are great. Every day is a new challenge. Every meeting I have, every situation, every goal I write, every note, every conversation I have with each child, with parents, it's a new experience every day. It's refreshing because it doesn't get stale, it doesn't get old. Fitting those pieces together, problem solving. I will say that I do work with 6th graders, so them coming in and not knowing, not being exposed to that middle school or that freedom, it can be a little tricky for them, and sometimes I need extra guidance. And one of the biggest things that I came in with the mindset is, I may not know each child, I may not, but I want to know them. I want to know what makes them tick. I want to be involved. I want to be in contact with the parents and know that I'm on their side, and that I'm, just advocating for them as much as, their family, or themselves, putting forth the effort. The very first day of teaching, kids came in and, they're all nervous and excited because they're, middle school. They're not elementary kids anymore. I was honest with them, very transparent. I told them, I said, I'm here for you. I will go it back for you. You just gotta meet me halfway. Another thing that I found very important to establish from the very beginning is consistency, and what you say matters to them. A lot of students, they hear these broken promises. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what kind of lives they live. But whatever you promise them or whatever you say you're going to do, you need to make sure that you do that. If you don't, they will call you out. I've had a couple of them do that to me, and I admit when I'm wrong. I say, you're right, I did say that, and I apologize because I told you I was going to do this, and I didn't. So how can I expect you to follow those rules if I'm not? And I felt like from the very beginning, establishing those 2 main points with them, building a relationship with them, getting them to respect me because I respect them, feeling safe, feeling secure, really helped with wanting them to want to learn and wanting them to do assignments that I had created, or the assignments that my co-teachers have worked on, because they didn't want to disappoint. I will say that's probably been 80% successful. The other percentage is still trying to figure out those kiddos and the puzzles and what pieces go where, and just trying to make them feel loved and supported when they're at school. I will say that teaching is completely different than what I remembered it when I was in school. The curriculum, and you taught the curriculum, and they didn't put up a behavior, and you didn't, talk about, your well-being, mental health. That was all guidance. I was fortunate to work in early childhood, and social emotional is huge. It's where you're learning all those, tricks and techniques, and you're building that foundation, and it has carried into, public school. More so head on than it has ever been. And, you're not just a teacher, whether you're special ed, whether you're gen ed, whether you're a TA, you're not just someone that's, enforcing material that they need to memorize or they need to turn in for an assignment. You're there to make them feel safe and feel comfortable and trust. A lot of kids don't have that anywhere. It's, how can you make someone retain information when they don't know where they're going to be tonight? You don't know if their parents are coming home, or if they don't know what they're going to have for dinner, or if they have to cook something for their siblings or take care of their siblings. On the flip side, you have students who make excuses. I had this homework to do, or I had football practice, or I forgot. So it's finding those boundaries and sticking to whatever consistent management in your classroom that you have. But how do you know what's truth and what's not? You have to get to know your students. So I would say that I spent the first semester learning from my coworkers, learning my different co-teachers' teaching styles, getting familiar with IEPs and all the good things that come with that, learning the school environment and meeting new teachers and new staff, learning the verbiage and the protocol that happens in the county I work in, and feeling confident and knowing that I am working hard at getting to know these kids to support them the best I can, and fighting that fear of speaking to others, engaging with parents, holding yourself accountable, showing students that you make mistakes, accepting, some things that do fail. This lesson didn't go okay, and that's fine. I'm going to learn from it next time. So I think taking that in this past semester and rolling into the new semester, I think as a team, my co-workers that I work with, my SPED co-workers, and my co-teachers, and my wonderful support that I have, I feel like we feel a little bit more confident in knowing that we are doing the right thing. Because, with children, with learning, it's all trial and error. And one thing may work for one class, and one thing may not work for another. But at the end of the day, when you get in your car and you're in that parking lot, keeping that stuff at school stays at school. and knowing that you've done all you can, and you your heart was in the right place, and you did whatever you could do at your best ability. That's not failure. That's growth. That's being human, and it's a great thing to know that I may not see it now, but teachers, mentors are making an impression on someone. We have to be doing something positive for somebody. Whether you see the outcome immediately, or maybe next year when someone's talking about you in a positive way, or, oh, you have this teacher, she did this for me. I can remember there's a handful of teachers that made an impression on me, and I may not have learned that content, but the things that they did for me has shaped me in the person that I am. And their impact has taught me to want to give that to others.